Today I bring you this more healthier option to enjoy your Zobo. So if this is what you're interested in, come let's do it. Hi guys, so for our fortified Zobo, this is a more healthier Zobo. Like anybody who is sick, diabetic, you know, on diet or anything, this is the perfect Zobo recipe. You can never go wrong with this. And for that, we'll be needing our Zobo. I have washed this thoroughly. I always emphasize, even when I did my commercial Zobo recipe, I always emphasize that you wash your Zobo leaf very well, because the kind of things that you would find in these leaves, you won't believe that they are inside these leaves. I have found so many horrible things in these leaves, of which if I didn't wash thoroughly, I probably would have just cooked them and consumed them or sell it to people um, like that, which is not good. Okay, and being that this is a more healthier recipe, please wash your Zobo very very well, so that you know that whatever you're drinking is Zobo and not Zobo mixed with cat poo or corn or numerous sand. These are things, stones that are found inside these Zobo leaves before. Okay, or even rat poo. I've seen a lot of things. So please wash your Zobo leaf very very well. So this is my washed Zobo leaf, and then our sweetener for this is dates. This is a healthier option, better than all those flavorings and sugar that we use to sweeten our Zobo. And I've soaked I bought the dried one. I heard there's a wet date they sell in supermarkets. I've not seen it before. So what I do is I normally buy the dried ones and then I soak it overnight. This way it's easier for my blender to, if you see the water I used to soak it is still there, I'll be sieving it off before I blend. Okay, I might even blend with the water since I washed the dates very well before I soak. So wash your dates very very well, remove the seeds, cut them into two just like this and soak them overnight so that it will be soft for you to blend. And then I'll be making use of my cucumber. All right, I'll be making use of beets. I don't know if you know about this, is beetroot. It's called beetroot. I'll be adding it into it like this Zobo is going to be wow, like wow. I'm making use of my cinnamon stick. I'm making use of my ginger. I'm making use of a lot of oranges. I'll also be making use of my cloves. All right, and then I'll also be adding my, let me get my pineapple and what, here's my pineapple. I've washed, cut it into cubes like this. I've removed the back. We'll be using the back to also boil this. And here's my watermelon I've also cut. So what we'll be doing now is to start off preparation for this Zobo. Let me get my pot. So I've gotten my pot, and then I'll be adding my Zobo leaves into it. And I'll be adding my back of the pineapple into this. Be adding my cinnamon stick, my ginger. I cut them into bits. You can grind, you can blend, you can grate. And I also added my cloves into this. Okay, adding water into this. I'm using this bowl. Let me shift it. So I'll be adding two of this bowl into it. I think this bowl is, I don't know if there's a calibration in, but it should be around 500 ml or a liter, I guess. So I'm using two of this. Adding the second one. Okay. So what we'll do is stir this so that everything combines well, and then we'll transfer this to the fire. So let me take it to the fire. I've transferred the Zobo in the pot on fire. Is boiling. So while it's boiling, what I'll do is to wash this my fruits and prep them. I'll cut this into bits. I've already cut the pineapple and watermelon. I'll cut the cucumber, peel the orange, cut it into bits, because I'll be blending all of this together, including the bits. I'll blend everything together. It's just the dates that I'll be blending separately, but all of this I'll blend them together, sieve them and get their juice. So let's do that. Okay, I've cut my fruits into bits. Now what I'm going to do is to blend. I'm going to blend my cucumber, orange and watermelon first, get the juice from it. I use it to blend the beet and the orange, because I noticed the orange doesn't have so much water inside of it. I just took one, I noticed there's no so much water inside of it. So I'm going to add the pineapple, add the watermelon, and then while I start blending, I'll be introducing more of the cucumber inside, because I noticed the blender is full. Sorry, I won't be showing you where I'm blending, because where my socket is it is far from this table, so I might not be able to show you where I'm blending it. Just pardon me, but just know that as I'm putting it inside here, I'm going to go and blend. After blending, I'll extract the juice from it and then use the juice to blend the orange and the beet. So like I said, I'm going to start with the pineapple and the watermelon, and then while it's blending, I'll be introducing the cucumber until I've added every bit of it. So in this blender, I have my blended watermelon, cucumber, and pineapple. So I'm going to sieve them, get out the juice, and then we will use the juice to blend our beet and orange. Okay, so that way we reduce the water, foreign water we're going to be adding into the zobo, so that it doesn't break down the taste of the zobo. So that's why I use the juice of the fruits with more fluid to blend the ones I don't have, because this my orange, I'm not even seeing enough water inside of it. So let me just sieve this. Okay, so here's the juice we got. So I'll be using this juice now to blend this remaining two. So let's do that now. So here is all we'll be using to sweeten our zobo. This is my date. I've blended it. I'll also be sieving it again because it still has some particles inside of it. And then this is all my juice: cucumber, watermelon, orange, and beets. All the juice from the fruit I had showed earlier, I've squeezed them out and I've gotten their juice. So let's check on our zobo and then sieve and finish up. So our zobo is ready. It's still hot. I just brought it down. So what we'll do now is to sieve it. We're going to sieve out this zobo now. Now the ideal thing for sieving is a chiffon cloth. If you have watched my video on my commercial zobo, you see where I used my chiffon cloth. I didn't use it now because I washed it, and I soaked it with, there's something I use in washing it. I allow it dry so that the sun heats it to take away the smell. There's something I used to sorry use it to do, and I don't like the smell it's giving on my material, so I washed it and I want the sun to dry and remove that smell. That's why I am using this. And because also this zobo quantity is not so much. The one I sell, I always use my chiffon cloth because I cannot be scooping it like this for the quantity of zobo I sell. So that's why I'm also using this. Sieve also works, but the chiffon cloth sieves it better. You won't even see any particle, and that one is better because once I wrap it on my bowl like this, I just pour everything once. Okay, so let me finish sieving this now. That's how this leaf is right now. I'm done sieving. I'll be boiling it again for the second time. You can decide not to boil again, it's fine, but I know I can still get more juice from this, so why waste it? So I'm going to add more water, boil it the second time, add it to this, and then we'll finish up. Okay, all right, so here's our zobo drink. I've boiled the second one I told you of, and I've sieved everything, and this is all I was able to get, and is in this bowl. Now I have allowed this zobo to cool before I start introducing this my fruit. So before you start introducing your fruits, please allow the zobo to cool down very well before you start introducing the fruit juice. Allow it to not cool down completely, but to be warm, to have a warm temperature. Okay, so that way your zobo don't start spoiling on time. All right, so I've added my fruit, and so I have stirred this very, very well. Remember I told you I did this I started doing this when the zobo is warm. Please note, let your zobo be warm before you start adding all these things inside. Now this is my dates, the dates I blended. I am passing it through a sieve because I noticed it was not blended as in smooth. No matter how you blend, I've tried, it doesn't blend so smooth. So I'm going to just sieve out the juice. I even added a little more water to it to get the remaining juice out of the dates, and then this is me incorporating my dates inside. And so I'm going to stir it very, very well. Stir it complete. Make sure that everything, the fruit, the dates, everything is, just look at how this zobo is looking already lush. So I've tasted and I feel the taste is very okay. If you want yours to be so sweet, you can add more dates, but this quantity of dates I added with the fruits is okay. This is a healthy zobo. It's not supposed to be so sweet, lilies, so sweet like the normal zobo, you know what you need is the health benefit of this drink more for this healthy option. So here's our zobo. I've packed it. This is not for sale. I just added some ice in the glass cup with my lemon peel. I'm going to be sipping this later. This is how I pack the zobo I make for my home use, the healthier zobo. So this is it. I've packaged it for us to enjoy. So guys, if you've watched to this extent and you've not subscribed to my channel, please kindly do. I share amazing recipes. You won't regret being part of this berrylicious family. Till I see you again, I love you so much. Bye.